Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Well, good Thursday evening to you. It's Thursday night, time for a quick Rennie's weekend forecast. Thanks for joining us tonight, whether you're joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It's a nice night out there. It's chilly. The Aurora is visible if you haven't checked it out yet. Just go outside, look north. There are some clouds in some areas, especially back towards the mountains, and it looks like the best colors might be waning, but I bet they'll come back a little bit tonight. In fact, let's jump into it. It's very rare that you get the chance to see the Aurora Borealis without a long exposure camera. But tonight, for the second time, I think ever I've seen this, we have the Aurora showing up in the Raymond Skycam. This is not a long exposure picture. These are just, a bunch of snapshots and run together in a little time lapse. So pretty cool to see that. Last time we saw that was on May 10th, and that was the big light display we had for the Northern Lights. All those great pictures. I think the KP index that night went up to a 9. Tonight so far, it's been a little over 8. So the best we've seen, second best we've seen, we'll call it, I think the last time was, 2003? So yeah, it's been a long, long time. So tonight's a great night to view the Aurora. We just get rid of the clouds. I think we'll be in good shape. It looks like the colors have been waning a little bit over the last, 15 minutes or so. But again, I hope they'll come back. If you're just joining us, the Aurora Borealis is visible tonight. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Actually, this is the StarCam. Too many clouds up into the Katahdin area here. Let's take a look at this again. Let's go back to the Katahdin cam. There's enough light from the Aurora filtering through that it's making an interesting view of the StarCam. But still not good there because too many clouds. So yeah, there's a geomagnetic storm, and at last check, that KP index a little over 8. So it's up there, and it's the best viewing, at least best chance for viewing we've had since the May 10th event. So go out and check it out tonight. Maybe you want to head out and about this weekend. Saturday looks great. A little windy, though. If we reach 60 on Saturday, it's in the morning. I think the afternoon, we're back in the 50s. It's a little windy with gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour. Sunday, we're back in the 50s for highs. I think there'll be some rain moving in at some point during the day, probably late in the day, and that may extend into early Monday morning. The timing is still a little uncertain. Most of Maine right now, most of southern and central Maine is in high to peak for foliage. A few spots in northern Maine getting close to past peak right there. So the wind picking up on Saturday. It's breezy tomorrow as well. A lot of those leaves, they'll be blowing around. It'll be raking before you know it. But still a lot of great colors out there. Temps are in the 40s now. We're at 45 in Portland, Lewiston, 48. Where there are more clouds, we have less cool temperatures, we'll call it. I don't want to call it warmer temperatures because it's still in the 40s. Mount Washington's had a little over 4 inches of snow. There's Mount Washington right there. The Mount Washington Observatory cam, looking out over the observation deck at Mount Washington State Park. That's all associated with this upper low that's been with us. And usually those are associated with cool temperatures aloft, some clouds that develop, some scattered showers that develop. You lose the daytime heating, you lose some of those showers. And that low pressure center will be moving out. So we can say goodbye to that. We have high pressure building in. So we actually have a couple days of a lot of sun. High pressure will be building in off to our south. Tomorrow with bright sunny skies. And it looks like our next weather maker is a little front off to our west. And some of that gets into our region for late tomorrow night with a round of clouds. And really, that's it. You might get a quick shower, but no big storms are in the forecast. Let's take a look at the setup for tomorrow morning, upper 30s and low 40s with a lot of sun. You can kind of make out the spine of the Appalachians right here. There's the White Mountains, Western Mountains of Maine. Downslope of the mountains, you have a drying process. There we go. Winds are northwest, so the clouds disappear. Upslope of the mountains, clouds appear. Wind goes up the western slopes, wrings out all the moisture. That's when you get the clouds and a few showers. Sometimes in the winter, we get what we call upslope snow. We're getting the upslope clouds over the next couple of days. So we see this all the time in winter with a northwest wind when there's some moisture available. 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, we're back in the upper 50s and low 60s. Some spots in the mountains will be quite a bit cooler, of course. There'll be a gusty northwest wind, not extreme, but we'll get some gusts around 20 miles per hour. There's the front moving through tomorrow night. See that little round of clouds? You might get a quick shower overnight. This will be well after some of the high school football games. And then Saturday looks bright and sunny. If we reach 60, it's probably in the morning. I think Storm Tracker may be a little generous, giving Portland a 61 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The temperatures are probably starting to fall back into the mid 50s during the afternoon. It's one of those days where during the afternoon, you'll notice temperatures cooling off a bit. The wind is going to be cranking. Winds will be gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. It's not going to be extreme, but just be prepared. It's going to feel colder than the actual air temperatures simply because we'll have a stiff northwest wind on Saturday. Sunday, some rain moves in for some point during the day. This is one model saying some of it may get in the morning. I think that's overdone. Most of the action probably comes in late in the day, afternoon, evening. Regardless, though, there probably will be just a lot of clouds on your Sunday, and it's going to be cool. We might have a hard time getting out of the low to mid 50s. And it stays cool for a little while after that. Lows tonight, upper 30s to around 40. Tomorrow looks mostly sunny. We're around 60 for a high. Tomorrow's a good looking day, a little breezy, nothing we can't handle though. 7-day calls for a lot of sun tomorrow. Full sun on Saturday. In between there'll be a round of clouds late tomorrow night. Might get a brief shower. Now the timing of the wet weather Sunday into Monday is still a little bit in question. My best guess is late Sunday or Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. You want to stay tuned as we try to fine tune the timing of that. Not exactly 100% confident of the timing of some of that wet weather. We're going to get some. I just don't know if it comes in midday Sunday or if it comes in during the evening Sunday. And does it depart early Monday morning or does it depart midday on Monday? So those are questions we still need to work out. Normal high is 62. It's not much like that after the weekend. I mean, look at this. Even at the coastline, we're probably going to be dipping down to around freezing next week for nighttime lows. And inland areas will probably be in the upper 30s and low 40s for nighttime temps. You may even have a hard time getting out of the 40s for highs. So it gets a little bit cooler. But, it is October. And, we saw the snow in Mount Washington. They average about 19 inches of snow for the month of October. So it's about time, I guess. All right. I think we'll leave it at that tonight. I hope I answered all your questions. And let's see. Let's say a decent stretch of weather. Oh, no big hurricanes are expected to hit the east coast of the U.S. That's good news, too. I mean, we've had a string of hurricanes down south with Helene and now Milton, but we're not expecting anything to fire over the next several days. The tropics do stay active, though. There's still a few storms or a few areas to watch in the tropics in the coming days and probably in the coming weeks. It's only October 10th, of course. All right, folks, we're getting a few questions coming in. Do you think the lights will get brighter again? Amy says, yeah, it's possible. The KP index is up there, so give it a little while. It might fire up again. And that's a great question. It looks like it has waned a little bit, Amy, right now. But the best action was right around 7:30. That's the way it looked. But here we are, 8:17. I'm sure we have plenty of night left. I'm sure we'll fire up again as far as the lights go. Just look off to the north. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight. Enjoy the sunshine tomorrow and keep a jacket handy in the coming days. All right. Take care. Have a nice night.